If you have done your colors, if you have done your body type, if you have the perfect outfit, but your style is still not working for you, I am here today to help you because I know that one of the reasons you haven't found your style is that you just have too many philosophies going on that you're trying to stick to. I'm April Clemmer. I'm a personal stylist. Welcome to my channel. And today we're going to talk about some examples of how these rules and these helpful tools can actually mess you up in your style if you don't use them properly. And our specific examples we're going to talk about are, again, colors, body type, and what you think other people are expecting you to wear, or what is expected of you maybe on a certain occasion. So don't go rogue with the instructions and the tips that I share in this video, but these are guidelines. So let's talk about where they're holding you back and where they might not be helping you. A quick explanation of these rules. Now, these were all created at a time when we categorized ourselves into certain boxes or archetypes, and then you went through and found where you fell. And so we weren't working from a point of finding your identity in your style first and then adding the rules in to help you. So it used to be a little backwards in terms of the way that I think using these tools is best. And so that might be why there's so much misunderstanding out there about these things. So let's clear some things up. First, let's talk about knowing your colors. I am a huge fan of color and I personally love to wear color, but I was talking with someone the other day and she said, well, I know I'm in autumn and I'm not really drawn to those colors. I tend to like brighter colors, but I know when I need to show up for work and be more visible that those are the colors that I need to wear. And I just wanted to say, like, no, no, don't do that. Because she told me her exact wording was that she was resigned to wearing those colors. And that is not the energy that you want to be bringing to any sort of place where you are being really visible and you need to make a strong connection with an audience or with people that you are interacting with. So, that is not helpful in that situation. So when you are dressing around your colors, but you find that they're bringing you down and not energizing you, then it's okay to maybe explore some different color options. Maybe get your colors redone. Maybe they weren't correct the first time, but don't stay married to it if you feel like it is hindering you or bringing you down. Now, next, I want to talk about body type. Body type was designed based on creating an hourglass silhouette, and there are studies that say that is the most pleasing silhouette to the eye. I, again, am not anti-dressing for your body. I actually like the concept, but there may be situations where you want to convey a different kind of energy. Maybe you want to emphasize a certain part of your body that you've been told to minimize in that philosophy. And again, if it makes you feel more confident to emphasize something that may be an unusual choice, I think it's okay to do that. And I'm going to give you an example of when this worked really well for someone. Joan Crawford, huge, huge movie star. She came about at the time of the silent era, and then she was famous all the way through her death in so she had a career up into the 1970s. So 50 years is a really great run as an actress. And her costume designer created this very unique look for her where she had very broad shoulders. So normally they would have tried to minimize those. But her brilliant costume designer, Gilbert Adrian, created this famous shoulder pad look that you may have seen. And it actually sparked a huge trend. Everybody wanted to have these strong shoulders like Joan Crawford. Should she have minimized her broad shoulders according to the body type theory? No. Did it help her in her career? Yes, because it made her appear more powerful and strong. Those are the kinds of characters that she portrayed. It's really the kind of person that she was. And so it was just a win for her to create her public image around this advice that may have not been typical. So if you are feeling led to break a rule in that way, then I say go for it. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is what you should wear, quote unquote, and especially to work, especially in a situation where there is this unspoken dress code, or it's very vague, like look professional. And there are, I just want to say, a lot more ways to look professional than in like a pantsuit or a, fitted blazer, or that you can just do a lot with different types of looks and still be professional, but come across more as yourself. And one example I want to give you of someone going really unconventional with what you're supposed to wear is Kim Kardashian's appearance in court when she was robbed at gunpoint for her jewels in Paris. When they finally went to trial, she showed up at court in a full-length black fitted ensemble, and she was dripping in jewels. And that probably isn't a look your attorney would tell you to go for when you have the persona that she did. You had a lot of people being critical that she was flaunting her jewelry on social media and she deserved to get robbed. So there was a lot of narrative around the jewel robbery, and most people probably would not have shown up wearing all their jewelry in a case like that. But she felt very strongly that that was what she wanted to convey. And so that is what Kim Kardashian did. And it worked for her. And I think it was because she followed her gut and her energy and went with a look that, although it was not conventional, it still was technically appropriate for court, and it sent a message. And so I think we just need to trust ourselves when things are feeling off. So I'm not against any of these tools. I definitely think they are helpful probably 90% of the time, and that's why they're so popular. But I don't want you to ever feel boxed in and like you can't put that aside if it's not making you feel a certain type of way, because that's what style is really about. So I hope you find this helpful. If you do, let me know in the comments, or if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. Again, I'm April Clemmer. I'm a Los Angeles-based personal stylist, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.